Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to Larry Imposes His Will on Arch.
Oh, shut up. One, not Larry. Fuck you. Two, I kept hearing about this MajorKill video. One, this MajorKill dude sounds like a real douchebag. And two, yeah, I didn't want to read the oh so famous "Why do people hate Arch Warhammer?" Without Arch, so I imposed my will on this channel instead of my own.
And this has got to be like like 4 years ago now, I think. Yeah,
You
around
know,
about.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't watch this sooner, but I'm sure it was just like a little, what's new? And you just kind of ignored it kind of thing.
Well, the simple thing is, I will take critique from people I respect. This is not one of them.
You know what? Fair.
And I've never really been much into drama. The only dramas I've had, I had a drama with Luton early on when I started doing YouTube. Because I reacted to an interview he did, and he complained that I didn't do enough to transform it. That was just him having a
Really?
bad day in essence. So like we talked that out later. And I'm like, okay, yeah, misunderstanding, move on.
I see.
What other dramas have I had? I can't even recall. Honestly, I've not been a very drama-oriented person at all. I've avoided most of that. I think I haven't. There's one other. I think that I can't even remember now. Um, I've done a couple of debates, but I mean that too isn't really drama. So again, I've never really been particularly interested in the YouTube v YouTuber drama segment of this. So I guess I just didn't take it particularly seriously when it came out years and years ago.
You know what? Fair.
Right. Not into drama, Arch. You hang out with Dev. That's not my fault.
Deb's drama is an Arch's drama.
Yeah. I don't see how I should be blamed for this.
Arch and Sargon versus Richard Spencer. Who's Richard Spencer?
It wasn't Sargon, was it? No. This was I debated against Richard Spencer, who, well, at this point is in essence a confirmed white nationalist, and
Mhm.
JF Garapi. And I did it with V years and years ago. And we did pretty well in that one, so I was quite happy with that one.
Hmm.
At the time, Richard Spencer was presenting himself as a far more like normal alternative to the left wing, in essence. But then an audio recording came out of him saying very interesting things. So I don't think he's on the
Interesting.
internet anymore.
Hmm.
I've done fairly well in my debating days. The only debate I can say that I definitively lost was versus the Golden One. And again, I was completely unprepared for that one. And did he hold that over me? Did he brag about it? Never. He's a genuinely good guy. So if there is a debate to be lost, at least it is to a credible and honorable opponent.
Service guarantees citizenship.
I mean, hey, it's like the people who want to debate you in good faith doesn't hold it over your head and try to make a whole thing about it. If people do that, they weren't looking for a debate, they were looking for a fight.
Ah, yes, as chat says, Richard Spencer, CNN contributor. I remember that. And yeah, chat, no, V is a better debater than you'd think. Like, a lot of people underestimate V because of his nasally voice, etc. No, V's pretty smart. Pretty smart.
Hmm.
But before we waffle off onto too much in the way of reminiscence, so I'm going to do this Ethan Klein style. I have no idea what this is going to be. At least it's short, 15 minutes. That's nice. Wonder how much of his homework he's done, but all right, fair. Did I make any predictions? No. Let's, in the name of charitability, let's hold that back for a little. At least. All right.
Hmm.
So Do not need maximum volume, just that a little bit. You should be hearing and seeing things, Lum Lum.
Yes.
There we go.
Come on! Yes! Fuck yes! 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 Get this fucking shit off me.
Oh, so he's a
Get out.
homosexual, I see. Only a gay man on steroids would just start stripping off on video when talking about another man.
What the fuck was
Guaranteed
that?
citizenship.
He looks like somebody who would bully people for being into 40K.
Oh, no. Wait, was that? Oh, no, I remember now. This was when he, passed me in subscribers the first time. I remember this because I was playing a game with my friends, and somebody in chat was like, MajorKill made a massive video on you because he has more subs than you. And I remember going like, oh, that's good for him. And then thinking, it's Tuesday today. And the quote just came so easily to mind. For MajorKill, the day you passed Arch was the most important day in your life. For Arch was Tuesday.
Wait, so that's where that quote came from?
No, that comes from a Street Fighter movie, but it's an exceptional quote.
I've heard that quote before when people were just referencing MajorKill. I'm like, huh, okay.
Oh yeah, that part of it comes from that. Yes, because it was Tuesday. That was the best part of it. But yeah, no, this comes from the Street Fighter movie. Because there's a scene where Chun-Li, like, Bison has burned down her entire village and has basically dedicated her life to chasing down Bison. And Bison knows nothing of this.
Service
And
guaranteed
he
citizenship.
easily, incapacitates her and disarms her. As like, for you, the day Bison grazed your village was the most important day of your life. For me, it's Tuesday.
Heresy's the question.
That was such a good quote. Because it minimalizes the character so much of Chun-Li, and it maximizes Bison's goddamn charisma. And, of course, he was played by Raul Julia as well, whilst he was sick and dying, mind you, and the man delivers such an amazing performance.
You ignorant slut.
Listen, the Street Fighter movie is a very bad movie. It's a very, very bad movie, but you should still watch it just for his performance alone. God, it was so good. Right. We're 13 seconds in, and we've already had a look at his nipples. Huh. I was not where I was expecting this to go, but here we are. Let's see. Continue on a bit.
Hey, fuckheads. As is traditional on this channel, whenever we overtake another law YouTuber, we give them a little shout out, a little spotlight before we completely forget that they exist. What can I say? I like to look out for the little guy. Out of everyone we've left.
Well, he doesn't have a confidence problem at least, which is good, I guess.
He sounds pretentious as hell. It's like when people say that you sound like, all high and mighty and pretentious. No, this guy is.
Well, for me, it's a persona.
Do not like him.
I put
you, it's a
on
persona.
this performance because I think it's good. I think it makes it easy for people to join in on the joke or basically taking the piss out of me, in essence.
Yeah.
In our dust, Arch is by far the spiciest due to his incredible ability to divide the community. Needless to say, he's one controversial man, but is he actually this demonic alt-right neo-Nazi that Sig Marxism make him out to be, or is he just a bit of an edgy dude who likes to push people's buttons and make offensive jokes?
Okay, I said I wasn't going to make any predictions
Heresy's the
before we
question.
started, but I
Fire is
really
the answer.
make one right now.
Make a little one. Nothing over presumptuous, but just a little one.
Oh, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't over presumptuous. Listen. This was 4 years ago, etc. And I might sound like a complete asshole in about 30 minutes time from this, but I think I've built up a fairly decent understanding of this individual's character from what I've heard about him and seen of snippets. This, I think, is him sugaring the well, in essence. He's going to start the video by going, oh, he's an edgy guy. I'm going to be very fair. I'm going to be very honest here. I'm going to give you the real look into all of this. I'm going to be charitable. After which, he's going to move on to be absolutely anything but. He's going to go, oh, I'm the good guy here, which is why you should think that when I say bad things, it's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's going to happen. I'm almost certain. Again, this might make me seem like an asshole in half an hour's time, but I am confident in my view of the individual's character.
That's what we're going to get to the bottom of today. By the end of this video, you will know for sure what's up, and if you're a bit out of the loop about Arch, then you will also know why a lot of people are cross at him. Just quickly though, remember ages ago when I said I was working on this hectic intro animation as a part of the new upgraded production value? Well, it's finished. Here it is. Pretty sweet, eh? From now on, after the let's get into it, that'll play. Yeah, just thought I'd mention it. Today we'll deep.
Okay, so part one of the prediction is already true. Like, I am the authority on this, and I'll tell you what happened. I think I'm calling it right now. I think he's gonna make shit up.
Dive into the man that is Arch, formerly known as Arch Warhammer before GW gave him a copyright strike.
God, I hate pictures of me. I look so
You
terrible.
had a little pudgy face.
Still have a little pudgy face.
No, but this is more pudgy. Okay, how can you look at that picture and say, yes, this is literally Satan of Warhammer 40k?
The camera hates me. Always has hated me. I'm upset by that.
We will delve into his
God.
various cancellations, his controversies, and his very soul to
There's various cancellations. I've had a few at this point, it's true.
determine if all the hate and criticism he receives is valid or not. If you are a huge Arch fan and you've already slapped that dislike button, I would encourage you to watch the video through, as towards the end of this video I'll be sharing a bit of information that no one else really seems to be aware of that might really illuminate the extent of the entire debacle. Wait.
Again, I feel sugaring the well. I stand by my previous declaration.
Wait a minute, MajorKill. You've said naughty, offensive things in the past. Isn't it a bit hypocritical for you to call out Arch?
By the definition of the term, yes. How will we defend this?
Not at all. I have a deep appreciation and understanding for edgy humor. I don't flinch when someone says a naughty word or have a knee-jerk reaction and just assume there's some kind of grand dragon of the KKK wannabe. As such, I reckon I'm actually the best person to analyze and explain Arch, as I know the difference between poorly delivered offensive humor and just straight up racism.
Okay. So the... No, guys. I am the joke police. I can determine what is a joke and isn't, because you see, I've been edgy in the past as well.
Trick or treat.
MajorKill,
Can I smell your
you're not
feet?
edgy. You're as safe as can be. Okay, to demonstrate, hold on, can I find this? Still have this saved. You see. So, I've received quite a lot of screenshots about our dear friend here over the years, but as I, again, have never been particularly interested in the trauma side of things. Yep, here we go. All right. Don't think I can show this on YouTube, unfortunately, because I think this violates many, many terms of service.
You could at least show me, and then I could promptly react to you accordingly.
Well, Lum, I'll send you this, and you can simply tell me whether or not you think this would fly on YouTube in this day and age.
Please don't have him be. Oh. Let's see. What color is he again? Yeah, no.
Trick or
No.
treat.
No, you
Can I
can't.
smell your
He's
feet?
not dark enough. No.
But Lum, you must understand, he is a connoisseur of edgy jokes.
I know people who do edgy jokes. Yeah, I know.
So, for context,
I
chat,
swear to
this
God,
is just
if
this is 2 full screenshots of just compilations of him dropping the N-bomb on his Discord. Like, dozens of instances. So, I don't know if this guy is really going to be able to take up the doctorate of high-level edgy humor here.
And guys, just for a time frame of reference, this is from just 2019.
Yeah,
So
this
you can't
is
say, "Oh, I changed over the past 10 years." No, you didn't, motherfucker.
so because here's the thing: MajorKill is not edgy. He's not a controversial figure. He is about as corporate and brand safe as you can be. Having even indeed, and this I can show. I believe if I cut off the bad word, I didn't cut off the bad word because of course he drops an M-bomb in. Right, allow me to Photoshop this one real quick. He put out a statement on his Discord basically telling his followers that you've got to stop making rape jokes. You've got to stop saying these things because I have corporate sponsors coming to my Discord and I need to earn money off corporate sponsors.
I'll make as many. I will personally make as many rape jokes as I want. Fuck you.
I just cut out the no words for YouTube there, and there we go. So, yes, this is him basically going, you can't say women deserve rape.
That's not censored!
God,
That's not censored!
Just scrolled past the bit. Highlighted, no. I forgot how much he likes that word, okay? It's fine. I hope. And then he goes on to say, "Oh no, I don't make videos for the money, but you know it is my livelihood." So it sucks when he takes a hit because someone thought telling the company representative who joined the Discord to kill themselves for making hardcore comments at them passed as comedy. So yes, again, MajorKill is not edgy. He is safe edgy in the most explicit way. He has stated it polices his community actively to go, listen, I am a corporate shill. I don't say anything that will upset a corporation. You can't either. That is who MajorKill is. So for him to present himself as some sort of authority on edginess, I really don't buy it. I really do not buy it.
Also, this isn't a call-out video. Well, at least it isn't yet. I might get too excited as we go along. Let's get into it.
I stand by my previous statement.
First things first, who is Arch? Arch is a Norwegian
God, I don't. Single sets me.
man who started covering the lore of Warhammer Fantasy over 6 years ago. He was among the first YouTubers to begin covering Warhammer lore on YouTube. Like, he started even earlier than One Mind Syndicate, and maybe even earlier than Luton. Although it's hard to tell with Luton because he has so much old FPS content that I can't be stuffed scrolling to try and find his first ever Warhammer lore video.
I did start before Luton. In fact, I inspired Luton. There was after our little drama, and he was like, "The 40K is doing things on YouTube. I can do that." Like, yeah, and he started doing that as well. The only one who was doing lore before me was something with Vox, because there was a channel that I took inspiration from too. But yes, that was pretty early around the launch of Total War Warhammer.
Regardless, Arch was first to market for Warhammer Fantasy, and as such, enjoyed extremely rapid growth and a ton of views, despite being a very new channel and the overall quality of the content being a bit meh.
Well, yes, I'll entirely cop to that. Listen, I had no idea how to do any of this. I had no background in video editing or anything. I was just slapping pictures together. I remember getting flack for like, listen, uses standard fonts in his thumbnails. Like, bitch, I didn't even know there were other fonts. For all of my, like, again, this is why the pretentious nature, that is a put on for me. That is part of the joke because I don't get about this and I hate my old content. I really do.
After a little while, he also started doing 40k lore and found a ton of success there as well. Needless to say, he was a happy little camper and he owned a huge market share of the YouTube Warhammer lore content creation community. For lack of a better term, the big man was peaking. Now when you are top
Big man. Is this how other people thought of me back then?
Fuck if I know. I didn't know you existed until last year.
Thanks, Lum Lum.
You're welcome.
No, like that's an interesting choice of verbiage because MajorKill has had a bug in his bonnet for me for years now, and I've never understood why. Because the only time I interacted with him, I believed I was very charitable. I brought him on my channel to be like, hey, check out this guy. And he was way smaller than me. So I was doing a series specifically to illuminate smaller content creators. I called it the creator spotlight or something like that, where I intentionally was getting people smaller than me and going like, hey, look at this guy. Look, check him out as well. And I invited MajorKill on there, and he was all smiles and happiness then. Again, why I feel a fairly good grasp on the man's character as a weasel. But I guess that's how I was viewed or something. Like, oh yeah, this is the big guy or something. Like we should try to take stuff from him, and he's bad. He's the opposition. I never. Just another lesson I learned too late about YouTube being a bit of a sack of shit, I guess.
I mean, hey, it's good to be humble and not, like, you know, all on your high horse and shit, and then people hate you just for being a pretentious piece of shit.
I mean, maybe they took the joke seriously, I guess.
Maybe.
I thought it was pretty obvious, but
I don't know. It's some people still think that, like, you know, oh, fiction affects reality and shit like that. It's like, yeah, no. And they also don't know that the vast majority of YouTubers just show their personas, not their actual selves.
I suppose. Now that we're going to get into the video proper, just give me a second. Let me catch up a few with Superchats too to keep up with them. A Lazy One is a member now and says, donations for the British God. Your wards have kept the fat one at bay, so I shall reward good service.
Heresy's the question.
Danny Enid
Fire is
Arch
the
avoids
answer.
drama because Dev fat blocks them. True. Arch is the starving child, and the pipeline of drama passes right over his head and straight into Dev's mouth. Guy for the Strange, Larry? I thought it was Gerald with 2 eyes. Nah, I like Larry. Lord Comes a Spartan becomes a member too. Thank you very much, sir. Vangrath, Lum Lum, I blame you for this pain. That's the next anyone. He looks like he would bully you if you're straight. Dark Innovator, Hail Arch, one good anime I found, although it may be my taste, is Netflix Moonrise. They kept its existent rather quiet. They must have. I haven't even heard of that. Moon. I've never even seen this. I'll have a peek at it later.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Dave the Red, unlike Dev, V is able to continue logic to conclusion, even if they are uncomfortable. Dev has a bad habit of stopping short of his reasoning. Never root getting bullied again. Alien Isolation, let's note that down too. Tanner, for 50 Canadian, thank you very much, sir. Hey Arch, NTR Queen. I know this is a good little off topic, but I thought I would send you 2 Lumi AI music bangers to play. One is about Race Queen Lum Lum, and the other is an 80s rock about Lumi's mullet love.
Oh, no.
Many weird things, that Lum Lum.
It didn't do anything.
So Jard, I remember seeing on his Patreon he had socks with Kill Arch on them. Did you ever get any use of the images I posted with the slur count from Discord? Oh, was that you? Yes. No, those were the ones we mentioned just now. I didn't use them because, again, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to be like, oh, he used a naughty word. But thank you for those. And yes, the other piece of is he had a Patreon where one of the funding goals was that he was going to come to Norway and kill me. Another one was he had socks with Kill Arch on them.
The fuck?
And I remember at the time just being fucking like, I've talked to you once and it was nice, it was cordial. What the fuck is going on? Oh, but yeah, no, as I said, he's had a bit of a obsession
tree.
with me for
I smell your
years now.
feet.
I haven't. Why? And most next anyone, Julia was a perfect Gomez Adams. Best Adams family. Lumi loves feet. Hello, Lum Lum. Hail Arch. Glad to see Lumi made Arch watch the video I suggested. Arch, if you hate it, I had nothing to do with it. Just her. Good.
God damn.
A chat asks, how is that not some kind of TOS violation? Well, again, the reason why, yet again, is in the image I failed to adequately censor due to the sheer quantity of N-words that he is so very fond of.
And also, hey, the stream won't be taken down right away because Arch will have time to edit it. If I can accidentally show hentai on stream and still stream for 7 hours, I don't think the N-word will get picked up.
Yeah, probably not. Well, we're trying to be safe. Attempting.
Yes, but you can censor it after stream, Arch.
Because, again, this is the reason why there wasn't a TOS violation. MajorKill puts on the mask of being like, oh, I'm really edgy, I say the F word a lot. Whilst in reality, he is on his Discord going, guys, stop making jokes. Stop it. We have corporate sponsors on here. Stop it. I want their money. That's why. MajorKill is a corporate shill. Has been since the first day. He is safe edgy in the most obvious way. So that's why there's no TOS violation, because he's the kind of guy that the companies love. BB Bash, blink twice if you need to be rescued, Arch. Sadly, my mom. Ornu, why is cringe a banned word? Question. I've given up trying to understand YouTube.
Yeah, that's probably YouTube being fucking retarded.
Ornu, can't stand the tepid Aussie footfish, so I'll be skipping this one. Otherwise, keep making Arch watch cringe.
Service
You got
guarantees
it.
citizenship.
Ornu, and I misspelled Arch. Shame, Ornu. And you know, the tepid Aussie is actually a brilliant way of describing him. That's a good one. Okay, right. Enough. Ollie, out. No, don't do that. Ollie gagging around.
Oh, and I guess your mic keeps cutting out.
Cutting out? How?
Fuck if I know. That's what chat's saying. Is your noise gate set too high?
It shouldn't be, but I'll turn down the noise gate just in case. You'll have to just listen to me typing then. God, I can't wait for my new audio interface to come by. There. Noise gate off. Proceeding.
Dog, it's easy to let things get to your head. Hence Arch, in his infinite wisdom,
Oh, hold on.
for lack of a better term, the big man was peaking. Now when you are top dog, it's easy to let things get to your head.
Oh. Wait, so is that why he dislikes me? Because he think I got cocky or something? Again, I don't think I ever really did. I've never viewed YouTube as this particular prestige thing. I've just been doing stuff, really. That's it never really went to my head, really, MajorKill, but I guess that is one data point of why he's so upset.
Hence
Well,
Arch.
hey, Arch, you can say that you're not a shill because you don't take sponsors. Because you don't want to deal with sponsors.
98% of the time, yes. The thing is, I only take sponsors from products that I actually like and or use. I've bothered a bit with it in the past, but I've always just felt like, oh god, this is too much fucking effort. That's why the World of Warship sponsorship, which I'm sure we'll touch upon here at some point, comes up. I remember I was like, hey, listen, just give me access to the ship because they were doing a 40k crossover and I'll do it for free. And I was like, no, we'll give you $500. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I guess.
In his infinite wisdom, started inserting questionable politics as well as edgy comments into his videos. He also began antagonizing GW and CA in an attempt to drum up drama, which would in turn bring him attention and more views and shit.
What? What? All right, well, there's lie number one. Insert. Dude, I was doing political stuff basically from the first time. Like, I was talking about edgy shit in my sacrifice playthrough, the first playthrough I did. That wasn't something I started inserting. That was always my politics. I mean, yeah, I've definitely radicalized over the years as I started realizing how much worse the left was getting. But yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, he presents this as if I have like a persona or I insert things. No, I've always just been saying whatever the hell I've been interested in at the given point in time. Inserting, again, you showed my earliest playlist alongside my first Let's Play series. This isn't something that happened recently. And antagonizing CA. Listen, when I first started out, I was quite popular because I, too, was presumed to be like you, MajorKill, a corporate shill. And so Creative Assembly contacted me. I was in their groups. I had their Skype contacts. I was talking to Creative Assembly community managers. They were going to invite me to one of their content creator gatherings before the launch of Total War Warhammer. But the thing is, I always said exactly what I wanted to say about their trailers. I never censored myself around CA. And that is why they stopped talking to me. Why they, in essence, just stopped messaging and stopped taking my calls. If by antagonizing them, you mean I spoke my mind... Hold on, that's a brilliant little peek into MajorKill's mentality there, I guess. You shouldn't speak your mind because if you speak your mind, you antagonize the corpos. Oh. Well, fair enough.
Leading to this infamous moment.
I'll see you next week. Yeah.
Oh, and this was... What the fuck? What? This was years later. What is this What is this timeline? This is Total War 3 Kingdoms. This was like, what, 3 years later or something? God damn it. No. I was on CA's shit list years past this. Okay. I mean, he could have just gotten this part wrong, I guess, but... As Heinlein's razor says, never attribute to malice what can be equally well explained by stupidity, but this is like a 3-year time gap, so... I'll call that strike one.
Yeah, and Arch Warhammer is a dickhead. Goodbye.
For context,
I made them so upset.
Okay, hold on. So what's the context of that one?
Oh, that was let's see. That was Total War 3 Kingdoms. During the launch of Total War 3 Kingdoms, there was a bunch of mods uploaded onto their website because they had some female characters. And there were mods that made the female characters more beautiful and gave them like sexy outfits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the Creative Assembly community managers, Gracie, something with G, made a stink on a fan Reddit going, I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're showing these sexy mods. Oh, Creative Assembly is going to have to reconsider their presence on this forum if you don't remove this. And I was like, God, you're a community manager. You shouldn't be going around to fan Reddits and going, no, take down the sexy mods. I demand it. That's ridiculous. And it then got revealed that she herself had been praising sexy mods for the male characters.
Wow.
So yeah, this individual was just an enormous fucking sexist hypocrite. And I called her out for it. And in return, one of her simps, I presume, decided to use his time on an official Creative Assembly broadcast to call me out. CA apologized to me for that, incidentally.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, so that was the backstory of that. Apparently, I upset a lot of people at their office. I've been hearing things about that for years, how so many of them were upset by that. It's like, all I did was call out your hypocrisy, but... Oh, well.
That's an old community manager for CA on his last ever live stream. He did this because Arch made a video having a go at CA's community manager Grace because she was pretty disgusted by the whole big titty waifu mod situation.
You ignorant slut.
What? No. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Let him finish, I guess.
So Wheels was basically telling Arch to get fucked because Arch took a shot at a work colleague and likely friend of his. I think that's pretty fair, to be honest.
Is it? Okay, so again, either he is ignorant of... This is strike 2. Either he is ignorant of what happened, or he's lying again. Because again, what happened is exactly what I said. She was a massive hypocrite. She threatened a fan Reddit that they needed to stop posting this content and endorsing it, or else Creative Assembly would take action against them. And oh well, it's entirely fine to back up your buddy on this. Okay, so your buddy is a lying, sexist hypocrite, and you just have their back. Again, MajorKill, I'm starting to get a deeper insight into your character, and largely it affirms to the one I already had.
Oh, and also Arch.
Yep.
I seen someone post in the chat. Was this when you were hacked? Not like you mass deleting your own videos, or is it like a mix?
No, this was before the hack, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I think so. Again, it's been a few years, but I'm pretty sure this was before the hack.
Okay.
Oh yeah, as the chat says, but the corporate overlords. But yes, again, we kind of return to that. MajorKill likes to pretend to be edgy, but you will never hear him speak out against his corporate overlords in any way that might get him pushback.
Mm-hmm.
Grace was super upset about the waifu thing, but I don't want to spend 10 minutes analysing who was right or wrong, so I'll just leave a link to a post that deep dives into it if you want to know more.
Well, I get super... No, you don't need to analyze this for 10 minutes. The title of the post explains it, you lying... Okay, strike 3, lying piece of shit. CA posed half-naked men as best waifu. Yeah, no, that's her. Grace goes, half-naked men, goes like, yeah, this is amazing. But gets angry about half-naked women. You know, that is exactly it. That is what happened.
There's nothing to deep dive on that. It's like people like to draw sexy women, just like how people like to draw sexy men.
Yes, she was all for sexy men and all against sexy women. This isn't the 10-minute analysis.
It's so stupid, and you know that the vast majority of the sexy woman art is just drawn by other women, especially the Korean women.
Yes. That's what we saw with that manga from yesterday.
Yes.
But okay, so we have 3 cases of lying now. I'm no longer assuming ignorance, I'm assuming malice.
But at the end of the day, Wheels was backing up his mate, which is the right thing to do in most situations.
MajorKill is a name I like better.
Soon after this, GW officially blacklisted Arch Warhammer, informing all companies using a Warhammer license that they could not interact or work with Arch.
Wait, was this around the same time? It might have been. I don't remember the minutiae of this particular timeline. But this wasn't GW blacklisting me. That had already happened. I had been blacklisted by Creative Assembly, not Creative Assembly, by Games Workshop for years preceding this. Because again, I was critical of their products. See, here's the thing. The difference between you and me, MajorKill, is the corporations view me as a threat. I am dangerous. You are safe, which is why the corporations move against me. I was blacklisted for years preceding this, and that is why this post goes, due to a human error on our side, rather controversial figure in Warhammer community, Arch Warhammer was involved in our marketing activities for World of Warship and World of Warship Legends. While working on our Warhammer collaboration, we were specifically warned by Games Workshop not to work with this influencer. This isn't after the case. This is Games Workshop already fearing me. This is Games Workshop before the sponsorship going, you can't work with this guy. He's not corporate friendly. Please don't.
This whole thing, I don't know why. It's just funny. I have never seen any corporation just like name, shame, and fear one specific person. This is absolutely fucking beautiful, Arch. How did you do this?
Literally, just by speaking my mind, saying my opinions. This is why the background of my channel at the top, at the banner, the giant pillars, huge companies, big game studios, the blacklists. Because that is what I am. I am blacklisted by these companies, because again, unlike MajorKill, I am actually edgy.
Man.
But again, since we've had 3 strikes, we're now assuming malice. He is lying about the course of events. He is trying to say that I was blacklisted post-fact of this, when in fact I was already long since blacklisted by this.
They then took it a step further and they issued Arch with a copyright strike
No, they didn't. Trademark claim. Now, to be fair, that is a, quibbly point, so I'm not going to attribute malice in that.
for using the word Warhammer in his name, hence why he's now just called Arch. My opinions on that are a bit mixed.
Really? Hold on. You're okay. So, corporations issues a trademark claim for the word Warhammer on a YouTube channel, and you have mixed opinions on that. Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing the pro for it, I guess.
On one hand, yeah, sure, if you blacklist someone, you probably don't want them using your brand in their name, but a straight up copyright strike is a bit harsh. As we know, YouTube is a bit spineless and will always side with big companies over creators when it comes to copyright, so this was definitely a bit of copyright abuse on GW's part.
A bit? God, he's so soft on the company. It's hilarious. Like, listen, this is a little bit of copyright abuse, and trademark more correctly. It's a little bit much. Okie dokie then.
I've heard that it may have just been one dude from GW going rogue and doing it.
No, it was their legal department. It came from their actual legal department. In the same email where they're also threatened to, strike all mentions of Warhammer on YouTube if I did not comply?
What?
Oh yeah, that was in the threat. They basically said, "Listen, this is our trademark. If you don't take it down, we'll have to consider moving against all mentions of Warhammer on YouTube." So they were basically holding the entirety of Warhammer on YouTube hostage, going, "Take it down, or we're gonna have to escalate."
Okay. That is such a bitch move
Oh yeah,
on a corporation standpoint. Oh my god. What the hell?
it is. It's a major goddamn bitch move.
Find solid evidence to confirm or deny that, so yeah, I'm just not going to confirm or deny that. While
Okay. You should have just made them strike all mention of Warhammer, says chat. You know what? That is one of the things I genuinely do regret, not fighting that. Because at the time, I still believed, erroneously so, that the Warhammer community on YouTube might be unified against the massive corporation to go like, we want good things. We want good things. We want good games. We want good products. I thought most of these people were my friends. And so I'm like, okay, I am going to fucking inconvenience literally everyone if I fight this. Because obviously a big part of my defense would go, Warhammer Games Workshop is not protecting their trademark in this case. They are persecuting me specifically. Here is every other example of YouTube videos talking about Warhammer, using their imagery, using their logo, using their name, yet I am the only one targeted. They are not protecting their IP. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to comply because I don't want to ruin everything for everyone. And I do regret that decision.
So essentially, you were the meat shield taking the brunt of everything while everyone just kind of held you in place.
Oh, yeah, again, because I'm the one who's being blacklisted by these corporations.
Yeah.
While Arch did get a lot of attention from all this, he also turned a lot of the community against him.
And again, like, the idea that I'm doing this to get attention, are you fucking insane? Come on, dude. I am the pariah of the Warhammer universe. Everyone knows who I am and either loves or hates me. I am blacklisted by God only knows how many major corporations. And your position is that I did this to get popular? In what, 2018, 16, etc.? Oh yes, being a right-winger was very popular back there in that time. And again, like, okay, this goes back to what I said at the beginning when he's sugaring the well. Like, I'm going to be very charitable. I'm going to be very honest. No, you not, you lying prick. Like, pretending that I'm doing that for clout. Are you shitting me? Fucking hell. If I wanted to be popular, MajorKill, I'd be doing what you're doing. I would be a safe, edgy bitch going fuck all the time. That's how I would do it. I would stay away from politics. I would just make Warhammer lore videos, and I'd curse a lot. That's what I'd do if I wanted to get popular. The politics was the thing that destroyed my reach in Warhammer because I wouldn't let it go. I was like, no, this is going to destroy our hobby. This is going to cause irreparable damage to our hobby, to gaming, to everything. I cannot let this slide. I am fully willing to state that I took a principled position on continuing down that path, despite knowing, unquestionably so, that it would be unpopular. And to hear then a person who needs to tell his own community to stop making jokes for the corporate sponsors, claim I did that for fucking popularity. Oh, that upsets me. That fucking upsets me. Proceeding.
As more and more of his content was put under scrutiny, old videos of his, which contained some spicy takes, were dug up. Arch, his content, and even his mention was banned from the 40k lore subreddit.
Yep. Again, this is why I am he who cannot be named. And this too was way before that, wasn't it?
Let's see.
I
It looks like that says 2 years ago from the day that he was making this video. So probably like 5 years ago that was posted.
Yeah, so again, he's either getting his timeline wrong or he's just lying, I guess. Because I remember I was on vacation when this dropped. Huh. Yeah, I don't remember exactly when this was. But yes, I am he who cannot be named.
He was no longer the lore master for the casual Warhammer fan. He became a bit tainted. Like, he went from easily clearing hundreds of thousands of views on any Warhammer topic, as well as doing a collab with fucking Markiplier, to now struggling to get even a quarter of those views on lore videos.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Oh yeah, no, the old videos did a lot more because, but dude, again, like you said, the reason why was because I was the one who started this. I was the one who had all the market share, as you said. Not because I wasn't controversial back then. What the? Never mind.
You know, I think he forgets that there's like 10 times more lore, quote unquote, lore channel videos out there now.
Yeah, and the majority of those again are the safe edgy types.
Thousands of views on any Warhammer topic, as well as doing a collab with fucking Markiplier.
Again, the envy in his voice. And I didn't even do a collab.
Yeah.
Markiplier was getting into 40k, and knowing my reputation, I didn't put in any specific thumbnail on it. I didn't advertise it because I didn't want to cause him any trouble. I was just going to have a chat with him about 40k on the community spotlight. I didn't talk about this. I didn't put it on Twitter. I didn't brag about it. I didn't throw it out everywhere. Again, his characterization of me is this glory-chasing guy who did it all for the clicks, and yet his examples disprove it.
Mm-hmm.
To now struggling to get even a quarter of those views on lore videos, despite there being an overall larger Warhammer audience on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. There probably is a larger audience. Although I don't know how much larger the audience is, honestly. I think the audience was already there, but after 10 years of a cancellation campaign, yeah, no, it is absolute. And yet again, though, okay, fuck, I'm struggling to wrap my brain around this logic. Okay, so the beginning point is he's doing this to become popular, and he then ends this with, look, he's not popular because of the thing he did to become popular.
It's so stupid. It's like, sure, you could probably say that the Warhammer like community or fans or whatever did grow, but unfortunately they are only into the lore that like MajorKill wants to shill, fucking Bricky wants to put out there, shit like that. They don't want the old lore. They want the new shit that GW wants to just spoon feed people. Ah, yes, Fem Stoties. Yes, they're canon. Yeah, they've always been. And then the other retcons and other bullshit that they want to constantly change every couple of years.
But yeah, again, I'm not assuming stupidity. I'm assuming malice. I think he's lying, and I think he knows he's lying.
To make matters even worse for old mate Arch, some screenshots of his less proud moments from his Discord were published online.
Ah, yes, the ones where I quoted literal black comedians. The edgy jokes. All right, let's see about this.
And they went pretty viral, at least as viral as Warhammer-related content can go.
Well, yes, they went viral because they were specifically picked out as an organized attack on me by Sig Marxism, who then made it go viral. And even then, viral, well, yeah, as far as Warhammer goes, I guess.
This was the nail in Arch's coffin for a lot of people. He went from this dude that they heard had the occasional hot take but made good lore videos to a confirmed racist.
Okay. Right, well, somebody swallowed the bait at least.
This also sparked a big debate. Was this Arch's actual opinions, or was it just a bunch of edgy jokes taken out of context? To get that answer, let's use a case study about myself.
Okay, right. Let's hear you analyze my humor.
He investigated himself and found no wrong.
So, okay, MajorKill, which is, of course, the standard of edgy humor. The please stop making joke, guys. The corporations might pull my sponsorship. Is going to judge my jokes. All right, proceed, sir.
It might shock you, but I wasn't always this hyper-attractive, big dick, big brain Chad who could successfully navigate the line between edgy and funny humor. Blech. I too have incriminating screenshots from my Discord where I say some pretty uncool stuff, like objectively can be considered worse than Archer's screenshots. I don't exactly remember what it said because it's been like nearly 5 years, but yeah, was not good. Those screenshots of mine were sent to various YouTubers, uploaded
Well, a couple months being posted.
to the Sig Marxism subreddit and even featured by Arch himself on stream. Yet I was never cancelled.
What? No, I didn't. I didn't stream back then. What? Hold on. I wasn't streaming back then because I literally couldn't stream back then. I didn't have the internet for it.
Was this before you dug your internet trenches?
Oh yeah, years and years.
I see. Did you only start streaming when you opened up the ArchCast channel?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I did like a couple of talking streams or something. I mean, the only screenshots I have of MajorKill is him saying the N-word a lot. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's the only ones I have of him of like this sort of incriminating stuff. So I feel like again we might simply just be lying here, but perhaps he has receipts. Perhaps I've forgotten about it. Entirely possible.
There was no big uproar, and I honestly think I'm the only person in the world that actually vaguely remembers it. Why is that?
Because you're safe. That's why. I was cancelled because I was a danger. Sig Marxism is an explicitly political website. They view me as a threat. And indeed, having seen how the culture war has evolved, they were apparently correct in doing so. Nobody views you as a danger, dude. Ironically, that's why. I know. now I'm actually doing what he's accusing me of, like putting myself up on a high horse here, but it's true. My politics, my takes on this made me dangerous to avowedly political individuals who then moved to cancel me via corporations and via public cancellation mob. You having, as you yourself say, MajorKill, done worse things, yet not being cancelled for it. Why is that? Because nobody cares. You're not a threat. You're not a danger. You're a corporate shill.
It's because my screenshots read like an edgy teenager trying to look cool and funny, because that's exactly what it was. I think I was 18 or some shit. Your first reaction to mine would have been, oh my god, it's Hitler reborn. You would just kind of cringe. Archer's screenshots on the other hand actually read like a racist. Obviously some of them were just satire, like the fascism utopia one, but none of the others are remotely funny. This is compounded by the fact that these screenshots are all really recent, only a year ago. So there is no, oh no, he's just young and immature excuse. Like the dude is easily in his 30s.
No, young and immature. This is actually my humor, as I've demonstrated on multiple occasions.
30s, or maybe the wrong side of 20, it's hard to tell. At that
Wait,
age,
hold on.
you would
Pause for a second. He literally said that, oh yeah, this is all recent, just taken from your server, within a few months. That was 2019, 2020. The various N-word screenshots was from 2019, Major Shill, you stupid fucking idiot.
That's true.
Major dude, okay. He said that he has said worse things than you, just like a few years previous. What the fuck else did you say, my guy, before 2019 that you say is worse than what Arch would say? And also, when it comes to people taking screenshots, the only reason why they have the screenshots, so small, so tiny, it's because they're cherry picking. Because I'm sure that there's extra context in there. It's like, oh, look I seen this from a funny comedian. And then it's like, exact quote from it.
Well, yes. That is indeed the nature of them. Correct.
Stupid fucking bitch. Okay, continue.
assume he would understand how to deliver edgy humor without looking like a white supremacist. I'm not outright declaring that these weren't all just Arch's attempt at humor, but it leaves you with one or two options. Option 1, Arch is racist, or option 2, Arch has a very unfunny and mean-spirited sense of humor.
Hold on. Hold on there. My dude, yet again, you're selling socks with you stabbing me on them. Kill Arch. You have a Patreon goal, like I'm gonna go to Norway to beat up Arch. You have pages of yourself just dropping the N-bomb as the height of comedic performance. And here you are like, okay, well, he's either racist or he's really mean. Again, this... Now I'm regretting not watching this video to begin with because this... Okay. Fuck me. This would have actually gotten me clicks. This would have been one of the easiest takedown videos I have ever produced. Shit. God damn it, my fucking principles. I need to start embracing more drama, clearly. Christ.
I mean, there's only so much "it's just a joke, bro, relax" can do to protect your reputation. However, I'm not going to crucify Arch just yet. After all, everyone has said or meant.
Really?
You ignorant.
The
Not
only
gonna
option-
crucify you just yet.
What the fuck constitutes a crucifixion at this point? So the only options are he's either evil or racist. Wow, if that is the charitable take, I fucking dread to hear the mean-spirited one.
Message stuff that they probably don't want the general populace to know about, joking or not. Arch and 18-year-old MajorKill were just dumb enough to post it on public discords. The racial controversies weren't Arch's only issue in 2020. Something that I found pretty cringy were his thumbnails for his Jedi Fallen Order playthrough.
Okay. What are we going
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what are we going to complain about this one? This one's funny. People love this one. I mean, I don't want to explain the joke, but the entire joke is you have an edgy Sith character in the game and her panties are frilly with unicorns on them. That's... Is that not... I don't... Clearly my humor is too difficult. I thought this one was pretty lowbrow, but... I love this thumbnail. It's funny as fuck.
It is a very nice thumbnail. The art was done very good.
Yes. This were from old Under Radar. All right, let's hear the joke police's. God, he literally. That is actually his thing right now. He's listen. I'm going to judge my humor contra arches. I have become the joke police. I find this thumbnail offensive. God damn it. Oh, okay, what's the problem with this?
Through. I personally subscribe to the notion that any topic can be funny.
I don't believe that for a second, my dude. I don't believe that for a fucking instance.
Service guarantees citizenship.
I think you're a prudish little bitch. That's what I think. Anyways, sorry for interrupting. Proceed.
However, edgier topics require more wit to get a good punchline out of. Arch commissioning an artist to draw a picture of him sexually assaulting a woman.
Excuse me?
What?
Oh, hold on there.
What?
Rewind.
Funny. However, edgier topics require more wit to get a good punchline out of. Arch commissioning an artist to draw a picture of him sexually assaulting a woman.
Where's the sexual assault, MajorKill? Okay, I think he's reaching here. I think he's fucking reaching. I'm going to delve into the mind of this fucking retard. Does he think in the picture that you're just using the force to pull down her fucking pants or some shit like that?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
God damn it. Oh, fuck.
Okay, I don't. Is this dude just legitimately retarded? What's wrong? It's like, I get it. He's Australian. That doesn't give him any fucking favors, but come on.
God, I should have done this video when it first came out. This would have got me 1 million fucking views. Okay, no, he's not. Again, we've had the 3 strikes of maybe he's lying. We're on active malicious territory here. He's reaching for the most uncharitable interpretation possible, and he reached that and kept going. Sexual assault. The joke is I've already explained the joke. God help me. The joke is she's an edgy Sith character, and she's got frilly pink underwear with unicorns on. That's the joke.
It's like, okay, this is the equivalent of the worst women that you ever meet, but they love Hello Kitty and Sanrio products.
Yes, like, that's the thing. Her entire outward appearance is dangerous goth chick. And underneath that, she likes cute things. It's like the oldest joke in the fucking book, but I guess it was too subtle for MajorKill somehow.
You need to write it down, just like right on the picture, just so he can be like, oh, I get it. After he reads about 3 times.
God help me. Fucking sexual assault.
Fire is the answer.
All right. Brief super chat interlude whilst I recover from that. Sandoom. Arch doing whatever he feels like and just living. MajorKill frothing at the mouth watching Arch from the bushes with a binocular. He's sexually assaulting that woman, goddammit. Oh, Krieger for $50. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Of course, Arch is a racist. That's why we love him. And Lumi, side note, fuck YouTube's retarded censorship. Well, we can all agree with that one.
Oh, look at, I think somebody's alt account is on here. Hello, goodbye.
God help me. On to Val. One thumb Jim ain't no corpo.
I want them, Jim.
Lancelot 652. Lum needs to be punished for making us watch MajorKill. Yes.
No, if anything, Arch is just like, man, if MajorKill makes anything else, he's just gonna react to it right away.
You know, unironically, I'm beginning to get rather grateful for Lum because this is This is some of the stupidest shit I think I've ever seen. He's sexually assaulting that woman.
Trick or treat. Can I smell your feet?
What is he doing? Standing there.
Ah, menacingly. He's standing there menacingly. Aye. Internet Zen Master, you were the big name of the 40k creation before GW got angry at you around 2020. I guess I was. I
Trick or treat.
never really
Can I
viewed
smell
myself
your
in that
feet?
light, but Tetch and Dick, been here since your Vrax videos. Phenomenal work. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I like those videos. I'm proud of them. How did the human substitute our anchor? Oh no, YouTube drama. Why is YouTube becoming woman TV like The View? What happened to man and testosterone on YouTube? Well, if this is the epitome of manliness on YouTube, the take off your shirt, manliness, maybe we need less testosterone in the world. BB Bash, accidentally. Who are you trying to fool, Lum Lum?
I have lost.
She's the queen of gaslighting, remember? Hexy found Arch from the Arch is an Asshole Total War stream. Nice. I knew that would give me a lot of followers. Lumi loves feet. I haven't seen any updates to the Lumicast fun in your video game stream. Did Lum Lum get cold feet? Lumi, do cold feet
No, I did
change the
not.
flavor?
Oh my fucking god, disgusting for one. Two, no. You just gotta reschedule the Rosa one because Rosa is busy. But I will be making up for it. I just need to wrangle Savvy.
Yep, I'll do a Savvy cast instead. Benjamin found Arch by looking for Necron lore. Awesome. Mercenaries 21, now I remember this guy. He said a few things not too long ago that made me unsubscribe from his channel. If I remember, it was something hypocritical. You don't say. Rasmus0211, it's afraid. It is. And ironically, again, if GW and all of these companies didn't give a shit about me, they wouldn't blacklist my ass. They wouldn't give me that credential.
Trick or treat. Can I smell
The
your
Traveler
feet?
never understood who watched MajorKill. He's a softie with GW and his lore videos are very bad. I wouldn't know. I have never watched them. But I have heard a lot of people say it, so... Ismail Thompson, MajorKill, is the guy that tried to sell performance enhancers to his community. I have heard this like 3 times now. It's a weird thing to try to earn money off, I guess.
Service guarantees.
Reverend Norse Arch, Christ sacrificed his Warhammer for us. Praise be his name. For real though, you are the OG who warned them all. Today we see all the shit you ranted against have come true. No, unironically, yes.
You ignorant slut.
I was right. I was 100% fucking right on all of this. Scarf the Strange, what's the chance of invoking Gamergate? Okay, no. I don't think he's going to
You
mention
ignorant
Gamergate because
slut.
I don't think MajorKill knows about Gamergate. I don't think MajorKill has a single intelligent bone in his body. I do not think he was ever interested in a political movement that had to talk about philosophy and political ideologies and theories. I don't think that's his shill. I don't think that's his thing. Dark Resurrect. The era of Google Docky has proven screenshots shall not be trusted without full convo sheets. Scarf the Strange. Anyone else notice the biggest mortal busybodies have the most N-bombs in their closet? Shame does weird things to a guy. It really does.
Yep.
Another Kiwi bastard. I am genuinely embarrassed to share a continent with this man. Oh no, is Arch a racist? TNH, not racist enough. I remember the drama. But a guy who's been around since 2012-ish, he's more full of it than a backed-up long drop. Harry, the humans substitute to Rankar. More drama? Is Arch transitioning? Slowly but surely. And do not worry, poor Kiwi. I do not hold you all responsible
Heresy's the
for the
question.
obvious
Fire is the
inadequacies of one of your kind. And Lamb Chop, Lumi becoming attack, Footfish. Yes. Rise to defend my honor, Footfish.
It's like, okay, Arch, I know you don't get like angry at people, or at least you don't verbalize anger. I very easily verbalize anger because I like showing my emotions.
Emotions is a weakness. Although this video it has managed to get me a little upset on 2 occasions, so good job.
I could hear it in your tone of voice. Part of me wanted to be like, careful your blood pressure.
Right. Oh, we're halfway through. Okay. I was over optimistic when I said 30 minutes, wasn't I? Proceeding.
Isn't that funny? It's very odd and kinda gross. Another issue we had outside of the whole Nazi thingo was his Discord moderators. Those pesky moderators said some interesting things, ranging from some hot takes about Muslims and black people, all the way to some very, unique perceptions about child pornography. Once again, this could just be their attempt at being funny instead of just shit people, but I personally draw the line well before joking about children getting raped.
But they weren't joking about children getting raped. You're lying against MajorKill. You're trying to create... Oh, God help me. I'm not going to reiterate that he's attempting to be as uncharitable as possible because I think that's already been hammered home. I believe what he's referring to is one of my mods, who isn't a mod anymore, was making the theoretical argument that V has been making a lot, which is in essence, and I don't like this argument because it's a deeply distasteful one, that once you have basically captured everyone already involved in the production of CP, and you punish them accordingly, then the continued existence of the CP is not in and of itself immoral.
Service guaranteed.
I don't think I agree with that. I don't like it. It immediately raises the moral hackles on the back of my neck. But this was in the early 2000s when free speech was a big thing. And I'm like, okay, I don't agree, but I'm not going to shut him up from saying it either. And I wasn't even aware he was talking about it until years later. Or not years, but not years. Weeks or months later when all this popped up. So again, it's like, yeah, this isn't me, my dude. I'm not saying this. I need to get water soon. And it was stupid. It was foolish to think that we had free speech. Oh, God, I was so fucking naive back then. Again, most of my mistakes can be attributed quite easily to naivete. Deciding to fall on the sword to try to rescue the Warhammer community online, naivete. Attempting to build a coalition from other YouTube content creators going like, listen, if we all help each other out, if we like collab with each other, shout each other out, and I did that, I lived my promise, like I lived in accordance with my ideals there, then we can all grow larger and we can stand up to the corporations. Naive.
Yeah, I know one thing that I keep hearing from, like, you know, ye old early days of Arch is that you're too soft on people. Even sometimes now I hear from others that you're too soft on people. You're too trusting. But it's like I know you like supporting smaller channels and stuff, and that's how you found me, and I am eternally grateful for that because I wouldn't be here if you didn't like just me up or whatever. So it's good to have that principle of supporting others, but you still have to be at least a little guarded to make sure no one stabs you in the back.
Apparently. I would love to know if MajorKill has ever, tried to bring anybody up. I'm genuinely curious, because I know nothing about the guy's career other than that I think he's a genuinely bad person. MajorKill, my almost immediate idea of him has been of a bad person, as a genuinely inferior human being. But has he ever tried to actually lift anybody up? And I know it's this thing that YouTubers don't do anymore, which is annoying. But I'd be curious to know if he has at least tried. Because at least that would be a positive mark in his favor. Right. Onwards.
It is important to note that just because Arch's moderators said these things doesn't mean Arch necessarily endorses them. A few of my moderators turned out to be neo-Nazis and they were promptly banned, I might add, but it doesn't reflect too good on Arch at all.
Okay, so I think he's trying to moderate himself here to sound professional. You know, like, oh, you know, somebody else said a thing that doesn't necessarily reflect badly on Arch, and then 5 seconds later, this does reflect poorly on Arch. MajorKill, not everyone watching you has an IQ below the freezing point. God damn it.
There were also people complaining that Arch had podcasts with controversial characters, such as Sargon and the Golden One.
Is Sargon? Well, yeah,
Sargon.
Sargon is controversial back then. And yeah, no, the Golden One. Yet again, I'd rather have one Golden One over 1,000 games journalists. I don't care if his politics are a fair bit further to the right than I am. The Golden One has said and done nothing dishonorable as far as I'm aware of. Again, here's the thing. MajorKill, even if MajorKill agreed with me on everything, he strikes me as a bad human being. Golden One, even if he disagrees with me on everything, he strikes me as a positive and honorable human being. And I differentiate between those two more so than I do agree or disagree.
Also, who's the Golden One?
Swedish bodybuilder who does politics.
Huh.
Yep, cool guy. Again, his opinions are far more traditional than mine, shall we say? Although I'm approaching his position rapidly at this point. But once more, he has always been an honorable individual, to my knowledge. So,
declaring him guilty by association, but I think that's pretty silly. Having conversations.
But you just did that 5 seconds ago. You were like, oh, your moderators reflect poorly on you. Well, I'm not for guilt for association.
Heresy's the question.
God,
Fire's
he's not
the
very
answer.
smart, is he?
With people of opposing political views and values is very healthy, and the world would be a better place if more people did that. I'm not saying that Arch necessarily had opposing opinions to them, but it's ridiculous to get mad at someone for chatting to controversial figures.
Okay, so talking to people with opposing points of view is very healthy. We should do it more, and I'm not saying that Arch had opposing views to these people. Even the most backhanded of praise is somehow just swept out of the way 2 seconds later. You could have just ended it there. Political debate is good. Onwards.
After all the chaos and cancellation of 2020, in 2021, Arch finally fell out of the spotlight. You know, other than getting his channel hacked and deleted for a bit. All the controversies had more or less killed his channel's growth, as new fans of the setting are constantly warned to stay away from him. Large parts of his
That is true, yes. No, a several-year-long cancellation campaign does tend to do that. It's true.
audience that used to tolerate the occasional political commentary because they really enjoyed his content finally switched off. His channel hasn't died though, it's just taken a hit and is nowhere near what it used to be, but he still maintains a loyal fan base that provide him with enough views and subscription pledges to maintain YouTube as his full-time job. His content these days mostly involves
And that is true too, and I am eternally grateful to everyone in chat for that, because you have stuck with me throughout all of this, and I'm very grateful to you for that. I don't express it often enough, but I am, because there are clearly enough people who do believe, like I do, that this politics stuff does need to end if we are ever to have any hope of returning to an age where we don't need to worry about this shit, and who have seen through, again, the year-long cancellation campaign. I mean, I feel justifiably proud of the fact that I'm still here. I'm the dark side Phil of 40k. I can't die.
Oh my god! Please, never. Don't compare yourself to DSP for the love of God, please.
Listen.
You weren't wanking it live on stream for an extended period of time, Arch.
Hey.
Do not. No.
Listen, beating the meat on stream is not a moral flaw.
It is.
It's a moment of unguardedness. But
Arch,
I
for the
admire
love
the
of
man
God.
for just keeping trucking. Like, he went through probably the most humiliating thing, and he's been fucking shat on by everyone on the internet, and he still just keeps going. You gotta admire that, if nothing else.
Ugh. Never compare yourself to DSP ever again. Jeez. Fucking Christ.
around lore videos, random niche video games, and a lot of bitching about GW. Like, a lot.
Four videos. I think are those? Oh yeah, those are all on the same topic as well. Is that a lot? 4 videos in a month?
No.
For a time, it actually looked as if me and Arch finally agreed about GW for once.
I don't know about that.
Their new copyright infringement policies and the way they implemented them remain to this day a huge fuck up by Games Workshop, and I did a few videos on the topic as well. The difference though is that Arch sees a headline or post and bang, video. He doesn't fact check himself, wait for the situation to unfold a bit more, or get in contact with the affected parties.
I think the
Excuse
affected
me?
parties. Also, the affected parties would probably just not talk to you either because you are literally the devil of Games Workshop.
Excuse me, sir. Okay, first and foremost, we just broke 2,000 viewers. Thank you, chat. Again, I love you. You are the best audience. And secondly,
Okay.
MajorKill. I have lost count. We did a 3-strike and you're out lying counter, after which you proceeded to continuously lie for another 10 minutes, and here you are going, Arch doesn't have any journalistic integrity.
Trick or treat.
There's no other way I can continue to condemn your character. I can't find any further way to illustrate any more what a bad human
ignorant
being you
slut.
are. I can't find other verbiages to express it. I've already stated it several times. You can stop now. You've given me all the points you can. I should just fucking let it pass. Just
Heresy's the question. Fire is
not
the
to
answer.
mention. Oh my god. You should reach out to the affected parties, MajorKill. Where's my email about this video? Where's you going? Hey, could you fact check this? Lying piece of fucking... A walking mound of active hypocrisy. A fucking genuine walking being of hypocrisy. Not to mention as well, those Games Workshop NDAs were fucking awful. I don't think I was overreacting in the slightest to those NDAs. Okay, so, in case anyone is unaware of what we're talking about here, let me see if I can, see if I can find these things. Right. Spiky bits. Okay, well, I hate using spiky bits as a source, but... where is it? Yeah, there we go. Right, so the NDAs in question were these NDAs here. So these are some excerpts. The NDA said that a person who received the NDA, which was not an NDA, by the way, was bound by a 36 months non-compete clause from the date of the last disclosure of confidential information to the recipient by GW, which, by the way, in essence means that this agreement could run for perpetuity, as if GW ever wanted to simply renew this once you've signed it, if they send you an email going, yeah, we're going to release more primaries next month, you are bound by another 36-month non-compete, non-disclosure and non-compete, as the non-compete is down here, as restricted person. Any person who is at the effective date or has been at any time during the period of 12 months immediately preceding the effective date employed or directly or indirectly engaged by GW. That's restricted people, right? Without GW's prior permission at any time during the term have any business dealings with a restricted customer. That's the important thing, because GW does not define restricted customer in this thing. So, what this means is, the non-compete clause said that you may not, without GW's explicit written permission, have any business dealings with a restricted customer. What this means, literally, is that if you're selling My Little Pony sex toys to a person who bought a Games Workshop miniatures 11 months ago, GW can sue you. And this continues for 36 months. Of course, they would probably never actually enforce this because it's a ludicrous clause, but this is Games Workshop. In fact, we have an example of Games Workshop being overly litigious literally from like this week, I think. Here we go. Where the dude who made a video about the Warhammer from Battletech receiving a cease and desist from Games Workshop.
That is so stupid.
Yeah, this is GW we're talking about here. One of the most litigious companies on fucking Earth. Okay? When they write an NDA, which this is not an NDA at all, like this, you cannot assume they're not gonna abuse it. So I look forward to hearing his defense of the NDA, I guess, because this is how I presented it, and I was factually correct as far as I'm goddamn aware.
He just makes clickbaity content about it.
I fucking hate you. We're actually approaching the point where I'm beginning to develop genuine fucking hatred of this lying sack of shit. Jesus Christ.
And has been wrong multiple times. I was very conservative about my videos criticizing GW.
I know. You're a shill. I know. God help me. I know you're conservative when you criticize companies. Wait. Fucking hell. And he's presenting this as a virtue now.
I talked to numerous people to make sure I wasn't just spitting out sensationalist bullshit. Don't get me wrong, GW deserve to cop shit, but misinformation is never a good thing, even if it does fit your preferred narrative.
But what was the misinformation? Like, okay, examples, I guess.
I do want to really quickly talk about one more thing before we get into the spice of the video. I want to talk about his recent extreme hate boner for GW's leaked NDA. I had a look at it. I sent it to a lawyer mate of mine, and I read through various forum discussions, and the general consensus is that it's actually a very stock standard NDA. Arch probably just...
So, what was the previous thing you're talking about? Oh, fuck. But, okay, yeah. The NDA. This is not a stock NDA. This is by no stretch of the imagination a stock NDA. This is what they... was he confusing the drama? Anyways. But yeah, this is the NDA that the animators received. Again, this is not an NDA stands for non-disclosure agreement. It is to say, we are going to send you something that is secret. We don't want you to talk about it until we give you permission to talk about it. That is all an NDA is. That is all an NDA needs to be. It certainly doesn't, I mean, even the length of it alone indicates that this is not a boilerplate NDA. But it contains a non-compete clause that bans you from any business dealing with a GW customer. If your lawyer friend told you that this was a standard NDA, you are oh, no. Yeah. I was about to say it again. You're either lying or you're stupid. We've gone over this multiple times. You're lying.
And I read through various forum discussions, and the general consensus is that it's actually a very stock standard NDA.
Reddit.
Reddit.
Yeah. Listen. The Reddit consensus.
Okay, hold on a second. No, in the bottom left-hand screenshot, that's just all his supposed lawyer mate said. But to me, it looks fairly standard. Okay, sweet. Cheers, bro. No worries. Sorry I couldn't be more help. Dude, literally anybody could just say, oh yeah, that looks pretty standard.
I like the but, too, suggesting that there was a long clause to begin with going, yeah, this is weird, but...
Fire is the answer.
Yeah.
And also, I like this one. Not a lawyer, but it's totally fine, bruh. Wait, this is from Sig Marxism. That's their upvote, downvote, the up fist. That's you're taking legal advice from Sig Marxism. Motherfucker. Fucking help me. Listen, if anybody knows corporate law, it's the Marxists. Fuck.
Arch probably just hasn't seen one in so long because no one wants to work with him, so he's forgotten what they're supposed to look like.
bro,
Wow.
you complain.
Wow.
You brought up me being cancelled by World of Warships in this video. That was a sponsorship where I signed an NDA. I work in business, my dude. I know what an NDA look like, and they usually don't they don't contain 36-month non-compete clauses. If anything, I'm wondering if you've ever seen an NDA now.
Arch, I don't think a lot of these people realize that YouTube isn't the only thing that you do.
I mean, you don't need to be a professional to know that a non-disclosure agreement is a non-disclosure agreement. It's in the name. Fucking proceed.
And guess what? If you don't like a company's NDA, don't fucking sign it. Not hard. Somewhat recently, something...
I mean, that's true, yeah, but the critique of GW is that... Why do I need to explain this? The critique of GW is that... Oh my god. This is even worse, because this is about the fan animators. Games Workshop had recently gone... I hate this person. I keeps fucking lying by omission, and so blatantly so. You brought this up, MajorKill. GW went to the fan animators, they copyright struck them, said, no, you can't do this. You can't have a Patreon, you can't have YouTube videos, but you can come work for us. You just have to sign this NDA. So, yeah, no, not signing it means you give up the opportunity to work with Games Workshop, you give up the opportunity to continue to make animations, and you perhaps get legal action against you if you try to do this again. This isn't a neutral situation, you fuckhole. This is a threat. This is, no, you will stop this, unless you do it for us with a 36-month non-compete clause.
Mine opening happened.
And again, a 36-month non-compete clause that can be continued indefinitely.
Something that really clears up this entire situation and actually condemns Arch pretty badly.
Oh, okay, so... Wait, so the preceding 12 minutes was you being charitable? Fuck, we finally arrived at the bad shit. Fuck, well, shit, I don't remember murdering any children recently, so it can't be that.
I don't know. What about the kids you led into the woods that you were talking about?
I don't know, like... He's already accused me of sexual assault against a cartoon character, so I don't know what could be worse. I mean, what's the spicy thing that truly condemns me? Like, I'm getting a little bit nervous now. Jesus. All right. Go on.
This is the thing I mentioned in the intro. Around the end of April, Arch deleted nearly 50 million views worth of videos.
Wait, this is my crime?
I guess.
This is the thing that's worse than the sexual assault?
Channels delete in private videos all the time.
Oh, yeah, no, this was because, okay. At this point in time, I'd realized I was a pariah within 40k, and I was basically in the choice. Either I can continue to just try and shut up and make 40k videos and give up, or I can go harder. That was my point. That was my choice at that point in time. I give up or I go harder. Those were the two choices. I elected the latter one, which is now why I have a explicitly political channel that I use. This was me removing my old political videos from the lore channel, going, okay, I'm not going to give up on lore. I still love 40k and Warhammer lore. I'm going to continue doing it. But I am going to become political. I am going to go harder on this. That's why I did it. And I think it's pretty obvious, seeing as, you know, this channel popped up. Why did he delete the political content? It's because he was moving to do actual political content. Okay. Right, continuing on, we must reach the condemnation part at some point, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure how many videos that was exactly, but it's well into the hundreds. Before you said that this was probably due to the hacking situation, that occurred in January. This mass video deletion was April-May.
Yeah, well, it hasn't had anything to do with the hacking.
Why would Arch delete like a third of his videos? Well, let's look at the videos he deleted. Diversity in 40k.
Yeah. Lying about white national terrorism, example of alt-right anti-Israel politics, black hair to look wrong being space marines. Yeah, no, this is the political content. Like I said, these are all political topics, and you're like, why did he delete these videos? Again, we have established that you're not merely retarded, you're maliciously lying. So this is merely you again going, okay, he deleted videos. He clearly did it to just do more politically focused thing on a dedicated channel, and then continue doing 40k lore. But that makes him sound like a good guy that doubled down on his principles. And I'm MajorKill. I literally don't know what a principle is. So how do I make this look bad? Oh, I know. I'll pretend that I don't know why he deleted videos. Ah, I am a genius.
How dare you be a good person, Arch? It's absolutely terrible.
No. Interesting title there, mate. Deleted. Another video he deleted was the one where he complained about a black ultramarine on the cover of a Warhammer novel. Unfortunately, I can't quite quote him from that video because, you know, he fucking deleted it, but the idea that in the 500 worlds of Ultramar there isn't any black people is fucking retarded.
Yeah, that was my position. You lying piece of shit. MajorKill. Okay. Thesaurus. Other words for bad human being. Let me see. I should go down the list here. Right. You are an antagonist, antihero, baddie, bad, cad, knave, miscreant, scoundrel, villain, convict, criminal, crook, felon, gangster, gunman, hoodlum, lawbreaker, offender, robber, thief, wrongdoer, weak matches, bad actor, maleficator, reprobate, rogue, ruffian, blackguard. All of these words adequately describe you. As my entire point of this video was, yes, there can be black ultramarines, because in the 500 worlds, there would inevitably be black people. And then I went on to explain the both scenarios. What determines the Space Marine skin color? There are, in essence, three things. One is the author simply determines it, which is what happened in this case. Two, you go down the idea that all Space Marines are in essence clones of their Primarch, which means that they would take on their facial features and potentially even their skin pigmentation or shades, but again, that is basically up to the author. It's been both canon and not canon at the same time for as long as there's been 40k. And the third reason is politics. And Games Workshop explicitly stated that this is politics by putting out the Warhammer is for everyone statement, where they declared, we are going to continue to push for diversity in our settings. That was the point of this video. I explained the three reasons for why there would be a black Space Marine on the cover, including the pro case. And if you claim you can quote me from the video, you must have watched it, unless, again, you are simply a lying cum stain.
Oh man, it's not often when I hear you do name calling, especially like that. But oh, it's beautiful, and it's like, because again, I'm still actively learning about things from 40k. Just recently learned about all the Primarchs and everything. And yeah, I was under the same assumption that the appearance is based off of the Primarch's gene seed and everything. And there are people of darker complexion in 40k, and look at the salamanders. All of them, all of them are pretty fucking dark.
Yeah, and that is due to an error in the gene seed, actually, as the part of their metabolism that controls the pigmentation of their skin. The entire skin color debate about Space Marines should be irrelevant, because Space Marines can change their skin color at will to adapt to environments. If they're on a world with a massive amount of sun, they'll grow darker skin. If they're an ice world, they'll grow lighter skin, regardless of whether they're black or white.
Mm-hmm.
And the salamanders, they don't have control over that particular part of their physiology, which means that all of them grow dark-skinned.
Yeah.
Which Major
the salamanders
Kill,
are black,
Space
they're
Marines take
ashen.
upon the
Yeah.
appearance of their Primarch. Shut the fuck up, Timmy! You rat! You fucking rat! Only a handful of Space Marine legions undergo this mutation, and only one, the Salamanders, will actually change skin color.
What? Oh, God, well, we just talked about that. Yes, no. MajorKill, you're supposed to be a lore tuber. It's common knowledge that all Space Marines are in essence a genetic clone of their Primarch. They do take on, to varying degrees, the appearance of their Primarch. And for the Salamanders, again, like we just said, it is because of a mutation in their gene seed that they turn dark-skinned.
Mhm.
This is well-known lore. You fucking facetious piece of dog shit.
Loremaster my fucking ass.
Exactly, Loremaster my fucking ass.
His video about the Christchurch shooter. Oh, what a surprise, he deleted it. Can't imagine why.
Because it was political. And again, in the Christchurch shooter video, that was a video about me going, right, everybody calm the fuck down. This is just going to lead to more censorship, more crazy shit. Take a chill pill. That was my entire point. Which MajorKill apparently thinks is controversial. Telling people to calm down and not exacerbate a situation is a controversial take, according to MajorKill. I wish he was that edgy.
It's pretty easy to see a pattern here, guys.
Oh, is it? Oh, fuck. Was I wrong? Did he determine the pattern? All right, let's see.
I mean, I've deleted one video before, like 4 years ago, and I felt like it wasn't a good representation as me as a creator. But I can't imagine deleting a third of my videos. Did he delete them because he's a changed man and regrets them?
Nope.
No.
Did he regret them? Starts Politics channel. Nah.
Unlikely. Did he delete them due to some external pressure or cancellation? I don't think so.
Really? Okay, now, hold on. Well, if we're turning on our pattern recognition brain here, MajorKill, surely the most prominent reason, because you've accused me of doing all of this for clicks and views already, surely the most prominent reason would be because after years of cancellation campaigns launched against me, I realized that it wasn't getting me the clicks I so clearly desired?
I don't recall a single post about Arch since he got hacked. Only Arch truly knows why he deleted them, but it's not hard to make an educated guess.
Okay. Yeah, no, it isn't hard to make an educated guess. In fact, it's pretty fucking simple, but let's make this the first charitable assumption in this video, MajorKill. Come on. I have faith in you. No, that's me lying. You're a bad influence, what can I say?
In all honesty, I went into this video thinking Arch was just an unfunny, try-hard edgelord shit-stirrer who some people just labeled as a Nazi because that's an easy thing to do to people you don't agree with these days.
Trick
But
or treat.
No, you didn't. You went into this with
Can't
active malice from the beginning to the end.
Yep.
after deep diving into what he has done, it's clear that in the sacred words of Wheels, Arch Warhammer is indeed a dickhead. It's not necessarily for his political opinions though, it's because
Heresy's the
directing
question.
thousands of people
Fire
against
is
an
the
already
answer.
upset community manager is a piece of shit thing to do.
What are you doing now? What are you... Okay. So, he said, like, oh, it's very easy to make an educated guess. Are we... Is this the educated guess? I don't understand. But, dude, so you are saying it's a terrible thing to direct several thousand peoples against anybody. MajorKill. You've done the... Just recently, in fact, you directed 1,000 people to harass a South African woman who was making law videos because you thought they were too similar to yours. You've attacked countless other community creators over the years for various bullshit reasons. You actively try to stir shit and start drama with everyone you interact with. How on... This isn't just hypocrisy at this point, it's something else.
It's because being a constant whiny uninformed bitch is a shit thing to do. It's because being
That is a shit thing to do, yes,
guaranteed
MajorKill. It's
citizenship.
probably one of the worst things to do, in fact.
a source of only negativity and pessimism within the Warhammer community is a shit thing to do. And it's because quietly deleting 50 million views worth of videos because you're too spineless to admit that you took it too far is a shit thing to do.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi
welcome
there.
to the ArchCast.
Welcome to the ArchCast, where we talk about nothing but politics. Which I just fucking I took it too far. I guess I just keep taking it too fucking far all the time. I don't. Well.
Oh, it's just terrible. Oh,
But you know that. So is that the spinelessness? Is that your educated guess? I'm simply spineless.
Now, I'm not telling you to stop watching Arch or unsubscribe from him. You're an adult, you can make your own decisions. And I'm also not asking Arch to make an apology video because I really couldn't give a fuck what he has to say.
Oh, you passive-aggressive little slut. My dude, okay, I know that you've watched other adults try to create videos like this, and you've noticed that they attempt to position themselves in a popular spin where they go like, you know, I'm the good guy here. I'm just trying to say reasonable things. And you know, I don't want anybody to say unsubscribe from me or anything like that. I'm a good guy. You came off a 15-minute, just endless barrage of lies, misrepresentations, and the most uncharitable interpretations imaginable in the face of all available evidence. And then you try this tactic now. God help me.
I'm just here to give you guys and gal the rundown on who and what Arch Warhammer is, and why people hate him, which I think I've done a pretty fucking good job of if I say so myself. If
You would be the only one.
you are sitting here thinking, fuck, I really like his Warhammer lore videos, what do I do? Easy. Did you know that you can dislike the artist and like the art?
Hey, that's actually the first thing we agree about. Well, actually, no, not anymore. At that point in time, I would have agreed about it. Yes, you can dislike the artist and enjoy the art. Not anymore. I have come to the realization that sometimes you've got to dislike the artist too because the artist hates you. In the case of MajorKill, for example, I don't care how good his content is going to be, he's a bad human being. So.
Many artworks I admire were made by people I detest. There are various mods that I use for games that are made by douchebag modders, but I play them religiously. You can like Arch's content and still think he's a dickhead. My final note that I feel like I have to mention, because I know a few people are going to have a go at me about it, yes, over 3 years ago, me and Arch had an hour-long chat.
Oh, hey, oh, we're going to mention this, are we? Okay. Let's see.
It was pretty mundane, and we didn't really gel that much, so we never really talked again. But as I said before, having conversations with people you don't necessarily agree with or even get along with is a healthy thing to do. If you avoid doing that, then you will eventually find yourself in an echo chamber, which is never a good thing. What's next for me?
That's true, but you didn't do that for that reason, did you? You did it because I was larger than you, and I said, hey, let's talk. And you are right, we didn't gel very much. I think I was as charitable towards you as I could. I tried to keep it a nice, civil, and good conversation, but yeah, no, we didn't gel. Even at the time, I remember sitting there thinking, like, this isn't going very well. Like, I don't like this guy. He is not a good person. I don't like him. I don't like his behavior. I don't like his way of speaking. I don't like the way he comes across. He came across as a buffoon. And I didn't point it out. I was charitable about it. And I didn't hold a grudge over it, but apparently you must have.
Well, I've got more MajorKill minis on the way.
I don't kill. I don't care. All right, so that's the end of the video then, I assume.
yes.
Right, that was 15 minutes and 17 seconds of exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. He begins by doing what he's seen other people do. Also, hold on. You're making 3D printed minis of 40K? And
Well, that's pretty, against copyright, my guy.
yeah, for somebody who's like, yeah, no, the Games Workshop's copyright is a little bad, you're making... All right. Well, again, he's safe enough to the point where they're probably not going to care about it. So very well.
Yep.
But yeah, that was exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. I was confident. I had a good grasp of this person's character, of the integrity of his character, as in he doesn't have any integrity. He doesn't have principles. He doesn't have a good character. He is, simply put, a bad human being. He's not honest. He is actively, in fact, dishonest. He is a lying piece of filth. And this 15-minute video demonstrates that point again and again and again and again to the point of exhaustion. To the point where I would rather return to H3H3 and the content cop nonsense than sit through this again. And now I do regret a little bit not doing this when it first came out, as this would have been one of the easiest takedowns in my entire fucking history on YouTube.
Arch, I can already see it now. He's gonna make a video or do a stream. Arch finally responds to my call out about him. Let's talk about it and see what he got wrong.
I very much so doubt it, because his position is rather indefensible.
I don't know. I seen people pull more shit out of their ass to try to defend themselves than what he could probably come up with.
Again, I'm not entirely sure about that. He keeps switching his position so frequently, I think this is something he'll probably leave quietly alone. But hey, I might get lucky, I suppose. Right. Is there anything else to say about this? I don't think so. Like, again, my initial analysis is this is not a good person. He doesn't have standards. He doesn't have integrity. He is a soft chill.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, and the video demonstrates that. I don't need to interpret anything. I don't need to belabor the point. I don't need to interpret this in any creative fashion. I don't need to make any educated guesses, which I don't know even if he made an educated guess other than going, oh, he deleted the videos because he's spineless. And then he makes the entire politics channel. Yeah, I don't think we need a lengthy analysis of this, honestly.
You were able to explain things right away. You didn't have to dig for screenshots besides the various N-word screenshots, but that was just like, a couple things to prove a point. That's about it.
Yeah, I still had those ages ago. And the, please stop insulting the corporate managers. I need their money. Right. Let's do the super chats. I'll go make myself a grilled cheese sandwich. I think I fucking deserve it after all of this.
Yes.
On Streamlabs, Thomas Water Cubicle, NDA, the fact alone that GW offered such a chirographic to sign is worthy of public criticism and shaming. Absolutely, I agree. Don't sign it then, is the only side of the coin, the other being, but if you don't, you're fucked. It was a play out of a corporate mafia book. Absolutely. Games Workshop was at the time going around the fan animators saying, you can't put this on YouTube, you can't have a Patreon, you can't publish this, come work for us, 36-month non-compete. That was the situation. To then simply go, oh, but you could just not sign it, yeah, and be without a job, and be without the ability to continue to market the things you've already spent. Again, I would point out too, at this point, many of these projects were months, if not years, into development. Simply just walking away and taking the cock up the arse wasn't really a very fair option. Benjamin, major gay, major grifter. Either fits, Well, I don't believe he's a homosexual. Let me assume the charitable position, the anti-lum-lum one.
I don't know. I mean, with that hairdo and hearing that he's been promoting fucking steroids, I don't know. That sounds pretty homosexual to me.
Yeah, and there's the supposition that apparently he's selling weird pictures on his Patreon and stuff, but listen, I know gay OnlyFans creators who are straight, right? That's the thing. They do it with the squirrel did that, so,
Yeah.
Resonex anyone? No, Lumi, this guy was malicious from the very start.
Yeah.
Elsa Serrana, don't forget the music. Tana sent you. But this is a serious stream. I can't play that.
We'll do Tanner's music. We'll do Tanner's music when Arch and I do our next game stream.
We need to do Monster Prom at some point. I'll try to find a day for that.
Didn't you say Wednesday?
Yeah, but I'll be exhausted from side scrollers after that.
Okay, next Wednesday then we'll do my prom.
Why are you hating? May the emus carry MajorKill off. The emus. Nicholas Mogren Quistov, MajorKill, proving he's a sock puppet. David the Red Arch does have a sense of humor. Lumi suffers it all the time. I get a chuckle when he gets under people's skin. A witty imagination is a curse. It's true. Larry is my principal victim of all this.
Shut the fuck up.
Edward Bailey, didn't MajorKill start pushing peptides the other months or so? I have heard that so many times from people I do trust on the subject as well, like Italian person.
Oh, Pontius.
There you go. And from a person who makes excellent Rax animations. I'm sorry, I don't do well with names. Okay, it's how I am. My brain don't function that way. I am trying to remember now. I'm trying pretty hard.
I'm sure you'll remember as soon as stream ends.
Yanovich. There we go. Yanovich.
Oh, Yanovich.
There we go. Yes. Yanovich, who makes excellent stuff. They both told me about it on an ArchCast a while ago, so there seems to be a worrying number of data points.
Oh, yeah, they did say that.
Lumi loves feet. Glad you enjoyed video, Arch. Remember all my idea. Dwarfman01 from Australia. MajorKill always was and always will be a wanker. He doesn't speak for all of us. I am aware. I should not let this color my views of Australians. Nicholas Morgan Quittersoff, Arch, you made Warhammer popular on YouTube before anyone else got a chance to, and they even gave you the title of Fandom Martyr on a golden plate. I mean, if I was to push the envelope a little bit, I guess I could simply claim that everybody else who came after me has a career because I paved the way. I like that. I like that one. Again, granted, I wasn't actually the first person who did it. That was Vox of the Emperor, Imperial Voxcast, something like that, Voxcast or something. But I'll take credit. If we're gonna be handing it out, I'll take it.
Hey, hold on. What's this? Lumlum make him watch the Lore Master of Zotek anti-art video?
No, not
Who
him.
the fuck's that? Who's that?
He was a dude who tried to... He was one of the cases where I actually did have a functional asshole meter. Because he was one of the smaller lore creators at the time, and he realized that I was hanging around with a lot of the smaller lore creators, and I didn't discriminate based on size, so he tried to be friendly with me. And I tried to be friendly back, but something was always really off about him. And I was like, I don't like this guy. And I turned out to have been correct on that account. Lazy Viking, Darth Arch, I am altering the pants. Pray I don't alter them any further. Sexual assault. It's a terrible thing. I kind of want that in my tagline now. Sexual assaulter, Arch Warhammer. Krieger, hooray, Savvycast. Will Arch be on again? We'll see what it's Lumlum's show, so Lumlum decides.
Will who be on again?
Savvy and me. Well, I'll be with Savvy, or will it just be you and Savvy? I think is what he's asking.
Oh. Well, I don't know, whatever Arch wants to do.
I just surrendered authority over this to you. You can't then just surrender authority back to me again. That's not how this works.
Fine. Well, Savvy, if she's available for a Lumicast, she'll be on for a Lumicast. And I could probably schedule a week for her to be back on the actual ArchCast when it's not a Lumicast special.
There you
because
go.
Arch is just surrendering all of that with guest relations to me.
Trevor N, dance monkey, dance. Well, I don't want to. I'm going to put that $2 to something else now, just because of that. Nolly, here's a real blast from the past, Arch. You want to know who put me on to you? Grey Hunter. Yes, I've been following you that long, all the way since back your vampire lore days. I remember that. I genuinely feel a little bit bad about the Grey Hunter situation, because, okay, this is old fucking lore right now. But I started out around the same time as a dude called Grey Hunter. We were chatting for a while, and I thought we were being very friendly, and I thought we were friends, right? But then I got picked up by I think we were introduced via this guy. We were picked up by a bigger YouTuber who talked to us about Warhammer, because he already had like an established channel. I think he had like 50,000 subscribers at the time. He was huge for the time for me, right?
I have lost.
I don't remember his name. It's been 10 years. Ludus? So, I don't remember. But anyways, I became popular after that. I started getting a lot more subs and a lot more views, and Grey Hunter didn't. And that's just how shit happens. That's how the cards fall, and you know, that's how it is. And I was sent a video of him years later where he was basically complaining about that, going like, God damn it, I put so much effort in my video, and that fucking Arch, who didn't put any effort into his videos, got more popular than me. I remember feeling kind of bad about that. It's like, yeah, no, genuinely, he made a great video on the Skaven. He made a very, very great video. And that's just how YouTube is. Sometimes. I mean, I wish he'd stuck around, because if he did, I would have brought him up with me. It was what I have done. I've always brought up my friends. I don't think there's any point where I haven't done that, so I don't know. Anyways, old shit. Lancelot 652. Oh no, the evil Sith lady is getting his pants for shame. We can't hurt the evil mass murderers, fifis. Yep. No aggressing upon the Sith. Jonathan Smith. MajorKill kvinnegruppen 8 i form av en soyboy. Håper du hadde en fin 17. mai. Thank you very much, sir.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Så Laksen Doppelganger. MajorKill is a Nagar. A Naga. From World of Warcraft, of course. Ismail Thompson. Want to have laughs? Look up how strong is MajorKill, natty or not, his biggest shill yet. I don't think I want to. I know, I think I've gotten all the MajorKill I can stomach for a little while. At least until I can find up some more inventive terms for bad person. Lumi loves feet, but I need Lumicast. She is to sing my Superchats. I already picked them out. Male enhancements or ED pills from MK. Makes sense as he is womanly. Larry's a pretty big guy. Who knows?
Shut up! I am not a man!
Taylor Jones, Arch, longtime fan here. I miss your heresy lore breakdown videos. Any chance you will do the Siege of Terra? Unfortunately, probably not. Those take a long time to produce. Like, you'd think it's just like sitting through the audiobook, and it is, but the audiobook is like 8 hours long. And I can't concentrate on that whilst I'm working on something else. So, yeah, there's the problem. I can't multitask listening to an audiobook, thinking about it, and also doing some other work. So, sadly, too much time. Smudgy, Sargon introduced me to Arch, then Arch to Coconut, and now Larry. There you go.
I am not Larry.
Larry has a fond friend in Smudgy.
Oh my.
Mercenex21. If I remember the inciting incident that made me unsubscribe from him, I think it was something along the lines of him pulling the ladder up behind him. Having no knowledge of the incident in question, I believe it. MajorKill does not look like the kind of individual who's going to be helping anyone besides himself.
The one thing that I heard about MajorKill besides this video was that I guess he was helping Westhammer move from TikTok to YouTube, and then decided to throw him under the bus because Wes decided to make a video similar to his.
Okay, so Wes Hammer, he's pretty huge, isn't he? I think so. He makes that like TikTok shorts content style thing, right?
Yeah, he's the one that popularized that.
Yeah, so it sounds less like MajorKill trying to help somebody up and more like MajorKill, hey, you're big, maybe I can feed off you. And then he outcompetes MajorKill, and MajorKill goes, God damn it, how dare you steal my ideas? I'm the one who shouts fuck a lot.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Again, completely off the top of my head, based on nothing more than my impressions of this human being. Draken, if we are grateful mood, I want my rat brick. In 6 to 12 years, like I told you. That way, White is drawing it. It'll happen, eventually. Lancelot 652, he's never tried to help anyone. He attacked Westhammer over having a similar genetic Primaris Marine thumbnail and covering the same topic. Right. Yeah, that sounds more likely. Scarf the Strange, even Metica masturbated someone on stream. Even Metica has done more charitable acts than MajorKill. That is damning. Killer Turd 117. I've been lurking since you started the Horus Heresy, book reviews. You've always been the voice in my ear on many a long day. GG, no re-arch. Love ya. Thank you, sir. Mercenary X21. Major only proves that I always believe malice first. Listen, I gave him the 3 strikes. They didn't last long. Going for gold 85. MK and his content sucks. Arch, a long series over the most important events in 40k. MK, the top 10 times the Emperor gave a Custodes a reach around. Oh, you know, I am the clickbaiter here, so... David the Red, it's evident that MajorKill's parents' teacher failed to raise a good person and should feel deep shame from their spawn. He needs more belt time. Alien. Listen, it's never too late to chastise your children. Mercex21. GW is suing a guy as well that made a magnet for Battletech, and the GW layer saw the word Warhammer, and now they're going to court. Yep. No, again,
I have lost.
The idea that GW isn't a hyper-litigious company is nonsensical, and that was evident long before the events of this video. Nicholas Morgan and Quitterstoff don't view the TTS crew as victims. They also shilled heavily for GW and spoke ill about Arch. Did they? I don't recall it. I know the dude who makes it is a massive progressive, but... Santum, this man truly is Major Tarded. Commander CTC, greetings, Arch. Arch, please stop. If you keep watching this video, you'll be losing your brain cells and your blood pressure will be rising. Yes. Unironically, yes. Stefan Vest, but what was the Lodge for then? The Lodge was when I thought I might start making political content before I was ready for it. I should have just kept doing that, honestly. I would have been better off starting with the political content way earlier, but I liked 40k. I liked Warhammer. I wanted to talk about 40k and Warhammer, and I still believe that maybe I could, rescue it from the inside. That, again, was naive. My greatest failure is naivete. Krieger, Arch digging deep into this thesaurus to find new ways to insult MajorKill.
Hold on. What? You call it a thesaurus, Arch?
No.
Thesaurus?
Thesaurus.
Thesaurus.
No, thesaurus.
Thesaurus.
A thesaurus.
No.
No, yes. I enjoy it. It sounds like a dinosaur.
I was about to say it sounds like a dinosaur.
It does. I like it. Thesaurus. It's like a dinosaur, like a stegodon, teaching you basic algebra or something.
Did you just say algebra?
Yeah.
Algebra.
No, algebra.
algebra.
Lum Lum, I will not take speaking lessons from you. Even when I know I'm incorrect.
Service
Hold on.
guarantees citizenship.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Fuck, you're wrong on that too. Right, well, we shan't spend too much time correcting Lumi. Reverend Norse, to be fair, you should have moved the political stuff to ArchCast instead of deleting it. I missed those videos, as well as the stuff on the Lodge, New Vegas. Yeah. Oh, New Vegas is already funded, by the way, so you don't need to do any more of that. But yeah, you are right. I should have probably moved it over, but that's a lot of videos. That was a lot of videos. And I should probably have done like an archive version where I basically re-uploaded it, but you know, politics is all relevant content, and that was obviously very, very irrelevant at that point, so. Mercenary X21. Wait, I think this is the video that made me unsub. Oh. Well, yeah. Hollow Rampage. Oh, I remember this guy. I'm pretty sure MajorKill's Lorgar is entirely making Catholic priest jokes. Wait. So the guy who's like, I would never joke about raping kids, made an entire video of jokes about priests fucking kids? Again, normally I would offer a degree of charitability, but not in this case. And again, Lorgar didn't do the shit he did because he wants to diddle kids. If somehow that needs pointing out. Lorgar did the things he did because he was a deeply misguided individual. He was weak. He needed something greater to cling to excuse the immorality of his own actions. That's probably a lot of foreign words there anyway, so MajorKill. Mr. Wolfgram, when MajorKill swears, it sounds scripted, not genuine, almost like he's forcing it out. Well, it's his catchphrase, isn't it? Like, what's the thing he said at the beginning? Good morning, fucktards or something? Gavin Martin, of course his miniatures are dangerously close to a TW lawsuit. He's not a smart kitty. Going for gold 85. MajorKill, if you don't talk to people you don't agree with, you'll end up in an echo chamber, which is never a good thing to do. Like taking legal advice from Sig Marxism. I have to agree. Oh, I don't think he's a Marxist. I don't think he's intelligent enough to be a Marxist. And that is a black fucking mark. Akun, big muscle hiding a small yappy dog. Not giving attention was the right move. Starscream 1514, Arch, I heard from an octopus that a certain fish is into aqua sports. YouTube won't let me put water as the owner of this fish. Can you confirm it? She has been known to engage in water sports on occasion, but only in relations to feet.
No! Stop it! No! No!
She likes how warm it feels.
No!
Mechanics on duty. Another old fan of yours, Arch, back from the Mazda Mundi playthrough and Wolf Armageddon series. You're still great, and I'll keep supporting you. Thank you very much, Mechanicus. Thank you. Genuinely. Thank you to everybody. It is heartwarming. Sky for the Strange. How much for an AI Arch rendition of Mr. Grinch, but with MajorKill insults? I wouldn't even know where to begin, so thousands. Krieger. Speaking of lore videos, I loved your breakdown of 1,000 Suns. Any chance you'll do one on the Ahriman series? It was great and utterly surreal series. I'd like to, but again, not enough time. Not enough time. Tanushi, if the Space Marine recruiter had a darker skin, shouldn't he have vitiligo in non-salamander successor chapters? And shouldn't the 1,000 Suns be red? What is Magnus? I think in case of Magnus, well, one, the 1,000 Suns can't be anything because they're dust, so there's that. But there's presumably some sort of mutation in Magnus's gene seed that causes the red coloring. And remember, the 1,000 Suns were almost wiped out because of rampant mutations in the gene seed. So supposedly it's either a mutation, like the salamanders, or the author was like, yeah, he's really cool if he's red. Again, the color of Space Marines is largely just the author thought it looked good. Chris Columbia, I've been watching you now since I was in high school in 2016 or something like that. I think, to be honest, you and Lutin are the only worthwhile lore guys, in my opinion. Thank you, sir. Shadow Walker, I still chuckle at the Chapter Master Valrak situation when he borrowed your art. Also post this to whatever you want, and have a good evening. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I shall put that towards...
Put it towards Alien.
No.
It's gonna be one of your most popular game streams. I can already tell.
Blood and Wine.
Ah.
Well, no, like, the chat likes to ask for horror games, but chat rarely watches horror games. And chat was not interested at all in White Knuckles. The Bunker did pretty well.
I mean, I never even heard of White Knuckle until you played it. And Alien Isolation is like one really popular to watch people play for the first time, and with how you react to horror content, even if it isn't even categorized as horror and you still get a little spooked, you're going to at least scream like a girl at least time.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I did pretty well in the Bunker. If anything, I think chat was disappointed by how much of an
You
absolute
ignorant
brave-ass Chad I was.
Arch.
Yeah.
Are you aware of how the enemy AI in Alien Isolation is?
I think I heard Coconut
treat.
complain
Let
about
me
it
sit
years
on your
ago.
feet.
But don't spoil anything, Lummy, you little tard.
Well, yeah, I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying that, and I am going to be very happy when you play the game because I know how you like to think.
Again, I think Chat was disappointed. Chat was like, he'll be a real scaredy puss. And then he manned up and just broke through the bunker in like one stream. Yep. I think that's why Chat doesn't like the horror games anymore. I'm too big and strong for them.
I don't know, we'll see.
Bridgethan heard whispers from my sleep paralysis demon that she loves drinking golden apple juice warm and snacking on soft painted lady toes.
No!
Yep.
I'm going to throw up.
Although Lumi prefers to drink it whilst the toes are in it rather than,
No!
Trick or treat.
Obdulio on Streamlabs. You asked the other day what happened to Young Justice. It got cancelled at the end of Season 2 of Cartoon Network because their toys didn't sell and was revived later on DC's streaming service with a severely cut down budget and heavy dose of TDS. Yep, I know. I've watched all three. Well, no, I haven't. I've watched Season 1 and 2. Season 1 is fantastic. Season 2 is great. Loved both of them to death. Then it was indeed cut, and it was picked up again by another streaming service where it went hard woke, and it was just a million times worse. And I only got through like half of it, which really hurt me because I fucking loved Young Justice. I loved those characters. I genuinely adored them. And so to have them turn into retards was
You ignorant slut.
painful. Thomas Water. Chirograph is basically a medieval deal written on parchment in multiple copies. In Polish vocabulary, it's synonymous for a deal with the devil, that you side with
Here's
your
the
blood.
question.
Good
Fire is
stream,
the
and thank you,
answer.
Lumi. Moogly, I loved your Warhammer 40k theory crafting. Have you heard about the Gilliman is actually a different person theory? And good luck with your endeavors. I have not. So I can't really comment on it, but... Mason Miller, I remember getting greatly confused when I interacted with a CA YouTuber who I think was called Volgan. He threw shade at you and got angry when I asked why he wouldn't work with you when you both want CA to be better. Volgan. Yeah, I don't... It doesn't ring any bells off the top of my head. But again, the reason why people dislike me is largely my politics rather than my positions on things. In fact, I'd be very surprised if most of them even knew my positions on things. Fractal Jack has been a member for 12 months. Thank you. I was in a hospital around 2016 and wanted to understand the Emperor and the daily sacrifice of 1,000 Slaukers and found your channel. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, sir, and I'm glad you are not dead.
I'm
happy for that.
Shit.
David the Red, we don't want you to enjoy horror, we want screams. Exactly, that's what I mean. Which is why, when I chatted my way through the entire game, I was disappointed. And I'll do the same in Alien, probably. The Sober Viking, if you want views on Scorn, play it on a
Fire
Friday.
is the answer.
Why a Friday?
Eh.
Am I doing anything this Friday? I guess I'm not. Okay. I guess we'll do it on Friday then. I'll schedule it a few days before so people know about it. I'll probably just Photoshop up a thumbnail because I can't come up for an idea for one at all. Like complete brain drought. So. Cindus, Alien Isolation sucks. It's a bad game. Oh, Lum. Why'd you want me to play a bad game?
It's a good game. Again, horror is subjective to people, so some people don't like it, some people love it.
Scarfy the Strange, I just want Arch to play Amnesia, The Dark Descent, just to see what Lumi jokes he makes in the cellar stage. There's a lot of feet there. I mean, The Dark Descent brings up images of mental depredation, derangement, might echo Lumi's descent into Larryhood. Who knows?
No!
Mercenaries21, I understand Lumi's hate for feet. When I have to do a detox, the stuff that comes out of my feet makes me want to puke. The testing of the stuff is scary. What comes out of your feet, Lum Lum?
I don't look at my feet when I shower. What the hell?
You don't wash your feet
You
ever?
Ignorant slut.
I wash my feet. I don't look at them intently. What, do you look at yours?
Well, yeah, when I need to wash my feet, I need to see what I'm doing. Weird, Lum Lum.
Shut up, Arch.
Lum Lum and peeing in the shower. Do you think she looks down and giggles? Oh, God.
What the fuck?
I upset
No!
myself with that imagery.
Arch, shut up!
God, no, Arch, do shut up. That's not... I didn't like that either. Damn. All right, well, before Arch's mind goes to other places. Marco of Talabacland, your face said, I am going to assault this woman to me. Well, you never know. Oh, God, it's Boog watching. Oh.
Boog is always lurking. Even if he's not chatting, he is always lurking. Oh, and also, Archly, I got your sea bunny done, but you don't get yours until I get my rat brick.
Yay. And I remember hearing from a famous YouTuber, what was it? There are two kinds of people in this world. There are those who pee in the shower and those who lie about peeing in the shower. I thought it was relevant.
Yeah. I see.
Obdulio, it was a real monkey's paw, Young Justice revival. At the very least, Season 2's ending with business as usual is just fine for a finale as a hero and villain's work is never done. Just another day. I'm glad Brave and the Bold had a proper send-off. Me too, it had an excellent ending, but... no, Monkey's Paw, absolutely. Everyone's like, Young Justice is amazing, it's fucking great, bring it back. And they did, and then they made everything worse. That was sad. That was fucking genuinely sad. See, normally I'm of the opinion that I always want more, regardless. I always want more of my favorite show, even if it means that it ends terribly. Young Justice tests that theory to the breaking point. It really does. Moogie, Alien Isolation is a woman's game. Real man plays me side. I probably will play that game or something, but I missed the train on the on like the popularity of it, so I'll have to wait like a year or so and then pick it up and people will be like, oh, this game, I remember this game. Cinders, Alien Isolation stops being scary after 30 minutes. Wow. It's a lot of condemnation of Alien Isolation here, Lum Lum.
It's a good game.
And finally, at the end, Hollow Rampage. Which Primarchs fall to chaos do you find dumber? I personally think Fulgrim, especially after Reflection cracked. Petrarbo is a close second. Technically, Fulgrim's is the dumbest because... Fulgrim's fall to chaos is actually excellent. Fulgrim is weak. He he can't deal with all of the terrible things he has done, and so he surrenders to the demon, and then is then trapped in the painting on his ship for an eternity. That is a good ending. That is an excellent ending to Fulgrim. That is an excellent fall, and it even opens up the door for a return in the future. It's a great story.
Service guarantees citizenship.
But the reflection cracked destroys all of that and throws it right out the window and ruins it all. So that's bad. But I think Petarabos is the worst because Petarabo didn't have a reason to fall. Petarabo should have stayed loyal to the point where in the book, he gets a Primarch book, which is like iron something. I've got it behind me. I can find it, but I don't want to turn around. He comes across very well. Like he had a family who didn't love him traditionally, but he had a sister they was very fond of, for example. Petarabo had ties to the real world. At any point, Petarabo could simply have balled up and stopped blaming other people for his failings, and he would have been just fine. His fall felt very forced and silly, especially in the short story where he and his brother engages in a sculpting competition, and he loses and destroys his brother's statue. Petarabo would never do that. Petarabo's entire build-up is that he wants somebody like him. That's why he worships the Emperor. That's why he loves the Emperor. Like, oh my god, a creature like me. If anything, if his brother actually beat him, Petarabo should be overjoyed. He should want to talk about his brother with that constantly. How did you do it? This is amazing. How did you get so much soul into it? That is what Petarabo should have done. So turning him into a random, tarred, bad loser was a massive disfavor to him. But then, I heard about this woman who used to pee in the shower twice a day. Her feet eventually stained yellow permanently. She was Asian, though. Well, there you go. Sandy, what about Fulgrim's clone stuck with Tarzan? I mean, that could be a sort of redemption, but wasn't he one of Bile's works? Which means he's probably deeply flawed and probably batshit insane, but possibly. Chat, Zani actually there points it out beautifully. If Petaraba wasn't turned into a loser, there would be no reason for his fall. Exactly. If they didn't make him into a loser, there would be no reason for his fall. And again, it was forced. It wasn't cooked well. It's the irony of the Horus Heresy. They rushed so much and overcooked the ending so hard. And Gamma Spectre, evening, Your Excellency and Miss Lumi. Been around since the Noblar video, still miss it. It was hilarious. Anywho, thanks for the stream. You're welcome. And I will maintain till my dying day. Okay. Everyone, because it was an excellent joke. The House N-word joke was an excellent joke. It was a perfect joke because Noblars have large noses. And so everyone expects me to make Jewish jokes about them. Like, oh, it's going to call them Jews. Ha 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 ha, Jews. Because massive noses. I set it up. Everyone's like, he's going to make a Jew joke. And I subverted expectations by adding in something shocking and equally offensive, but on the completely opposite side of the spectrum. It was a fantastic joke. Genuinely, it was a well-crafted fucking joke. And now Lumi has made me upset again.
What'd I do?
Made me watch this and reminded me.
Ugh.
Harry, the human substitute Rankar. He falls to chaos because he is a Reddit atheist and hates everyone for loving him. He is realistic. He met cringe people like him in real life. Some people just hate people for the sin of being loved. Right. And with that, we can wrap up. And thank you all. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your generous donations. And more importantly, thank you for all being here still. Years and years afterwards. Thank you. Thank you for, backing me up and letting me continue to do this even after year-long cancellation campaign. Even after the very charitable Why does everyone hate Arch Warhammer by MajorKill? Thank you, chat. And have a good night.
Night, guys.